Live from the tank on the campus of the College of Staten Island, CSI Sportsnet presents NCAA Division II women's basketball coverage. Coming up next is the final game of our 2023 Women's Basketball Conference Challenge, which features the College of Staten Island Dolphins taking on the Holy Family University Tigers. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Joe Foreman. I am back on the call solo. Our engineer today is Tyler Clark. He arrived just in time for tip-off. I arrived back at the commentary desk just in time for the introduction of starting lineups. Unfortunately, the lineups were not passed to me. I had to help them over at the stats desk, and in a rush to get back over here, I didn't bring the starters with me. I'll have those for you when the players take the court. But this will be an abbreviated McDonald's pregame show. McDonald's, our scoreboard sponsor here at the College of Staten Island, and during our pregame show, as the starters are introduced, we'll talk a bit about yesterday's game. And for the Dolphins, it was a victory, 59-56 over the University of Bridgeport. Dana Phelan, Jennalise Alarcon, they led the way for the Dolphins offensively with 14 points each. Late in that game, Amaya Jenkins, newly inserted into the Dolphins starting lineup, came up with a huge defensive play to help CSI clinch the win. Gia Esposito, 2 huge free throws late in that game to help cement the CSI lead. They got ahead by 3 very late. They held on to that lead in the closing seconds of their victory over the Purple Knights. Noemi Masinghe also a standout yesterday. She had 8 points and 12 rebounds in just 24 minutes. She only attempted 4 shots in the game, but managed to be a major factor for the Dolphins in their victory over the Purple Knights. As for the Tigers, they lost their game yesterday against Franklin Pierce University. We talked a bit about that game earlier in the day. During our first game of the afternoon, the Ravens improved to 2-0. They defeated the University of Bridgeport in that game. They won by 13, 71-58. Franklin Pierce University also won by 13 in their game yesterday over Holy Family, 64-51. 2 13-point wins for the Ravens in the Conference Challenge as we are set for tip-off from the tank. Carolyn Provost jumped against Jennalise Alarcon. The Dolphins win the jump ball. They will possess it first. CSI looking to move to 2-0 on the season. CSI sporting some fresh new uniforms. I like this new white uniform they have. Brand new for the season. Dolphin on the leg as Ashley Lambert misses that 3 from the top of the arc. Alarcon has the rebound, and that floater won't go off the back rim. A lot of these faces familiar from last year. Several returners for this Holy Family University squad. I recognize just about all of their players in the starting lineup as that layup is good off the win zone for Lindsey Tretter. Lambert hands off for Phelan. Phelan thought about the 3. She swings it to Lambert. Now Alarcon on the baseline. Alarcon tripped up. And it's going to be a Dolphins inbound along the baseline. No shot attempt. So I think the Dolphins may have been hoping they got that call. Lambert inbounds to Noemi Masinghe. Starting 5 for the Dolphins, Masinghe, Jenkins, Alarcon, Phelan, Lambert. Big screen there by Alarcon. Feet inside, Jenkins. Kick out, Masinghe. Deep 2, no good. And the rebound is pulled in by Ava Morrow. Morrow with the basketball here, defended by Phelan. Phelan all over her. Knocked it away, stolen by Phelan. Phelan in transition, throws it inside to Alarcon, and she was fouled. Skylar Searfoss charged with the foul. Her first personal, already the second for Holy Family in the first 91 seconds. Amaya Jenkins into the corner. Phelan for 3. No good. Rebound goes to Tretter. Feed goes inside. And that shot won't go. Taylor Hinkle on the attempt underneath the basket. If I'm not mistaken, all 5 of these starters were with the Tigers last season when they faced the Dolphins. As Phelan traveled off the head fake. I spoke about it a bit during our first game of the afternoon, but it was Holy Family picking up the win last year over CSI, 75-66. Wanted to touch on that in the pregame. Unfortunately, we didn't get to it. Tigers have it on the perimeter with 15 to shoot. Three-pointer on its way from Hinkle. Off the back iron, and Alarcon snatches the rebound. Genelise so good on the glass. Lambert fakes, drives, and can't get the shot to go. It rimmed out. That one was halfway down. Searfoss gave it up. Now Morrow for three. Way short. Lambert has the rebound. Lambert for Masinghe. Masinghe on the move to the basket. Can't finish. Good pass from Lambert, hitting Masinghe in stride. Searfoss gives it up. This is Hinkle feeding it inside. Back to the basket. Prevost hands off. Morrow, top of the arc. No good. And Lambert was halfway between trying to rebound the ball and letting it go. And she deflects it out of bounds. Tigers gifted a new possession. The shot clock at 20 because the Dolphins did not possess the ball. Stephanie always right on top of the action with the shot clock. Never an error ever. As the hook won't go by Prevost, rebound to Masinghe. Jenkins up to Alarcon. Alarcon crosses over, attacks the basket. Lefty layup won't go. And Morrow has the rebound. Quite a pace to this game early. Two teams going back and forth to open up this first quarter. 3 Dolphins, now 4 at the scorer's table. And an offensive foul is called. Esposito, Rose, LaFaro, and Johnson into the game for the Dolphins. They will join Alarcon on the floor. Alarcon very rarely comes out for the Dolphins. And many Dolphins last season were forced to play a lot of minutes, especially late in the year. But they made the most of that opportunity, picked up a win in the playoffs. And Nicole Sarcone did a great job getting the most out of what very often was a shorthanded unit. Off the miss, here come the Tigers. Searfoss nearly lost the ball. We had a substitution as well for the Tigers. Crowd wanted to travel. Claire Daughtry, the new player in the game for Holy Family. And the Dolphins do get possession back. .5:45 to go in the opening quarter. Johnson, trapped, finds LaFaro. LaFaro escapes. Esposito finds Rose. Rose, hesitation dribble, kick out. Esposito for three. No good. That was halfway down. Dolphins still looking for their first points nearly 5 minutes into the first quarter. Both teams started off slow yesterday as well. And the Tigers can't get that basket to go on the attempt by Searfoss. Daughtry with the follow. So, with the small text on my roster, I made a mistake with the pronunciation of Claire's last name. I apologize. We'll get that fixed in just a moment as that shot's off back iron from Kaya Johnson. It actually is spelled incorrectly on the roster sheet I have as Hinkle converts through the contact and one. That puts the Tigers in front by 6. But it is Claire Dougherty, not Daughtry. So I do apologize to Claire and her family. Dougherty, the correct pronunciation of her last name. At least I hope so, as we don't have a guide. But that will send us to a media timeout. And one for the Tigers entering this media timeout. One more free throw to come. When we return, our score, Holy Family 6, Staten Island nothing.
The The Kettle Black on Staten Island, a top 5 wing joint in America by Food and Wine magazine. Serving daily lunch and dinner at the bar or on the floor. Perfect for family and group parties with top shelf drink and delicious food. From great times with good friends. Live sports and watch parties. To Staten Island's hottest nightlife. The Kettle Black features live music and DJs weekly. The Kettle Black features daily and nightly food and drink specials. The best Staten Island has to offer is at the Kettle Black. We'll see you there at the Kettle Black, located on 415 Forest Avenue, Staten Island.
And we are back from the tank where the Dolphins trail 6-0. Just over 5 minutes gone by in this first quarter. The Dolphins have opened this game 0 of 10 from the field and 0 of 4 from beyond the arc. The Tigers not shooting it particularly well, just 3 of 9. They're 0 of 2 from distance. Right here, they will attempt their first free throw. Taylor Hinkle to the line following that last basket. She converted through the contact, completes the conventional three-point play. And Holy Family now leads 7-0. And that's a turnover by the Dolphins. And the layup is good. Carly Bolivar with the steal and the easy layup. It's now a 9-point game. Dolphins were outscored 26-16 in the first quarter last year. LaFaro throws one at the rim, no good. Rose with the rebound. It's tipped on the outlet to Esposito. And Esposito lost the ball. That's a turnover. So last season, Holy Family scored 26 in the first quarter against the Dolphins. And if I remember, the Dolphins got off to a similarly slow start. They rebounded and pulled to within 10. I think they were down far more than that, if I recall, in the first quarter. That shot will go down as well. Dougherty for 2. And it's now an 11-point game. Biggest lead for the Tigers was 10. They actually ended the first quarter on a run last year. Esposito, no good from 3. Dolphins still without a made field goal. CSI 0 for 13 as that travel is called along the baseline. Turnover by the Tigers. Dolphins get it back with 3:22 on the clock in the first. Dolphins get it across the timeline with 25 on the shot clock. Now Johnson. LaFaro for 3. No good. Big rebound by Alarcon. Reverse layup goes down. And Genelise has the Dolphins on the board. Alarcon made a tough shot. Looked so easy. Alarcon has CSI's first points. They now trail by 9. Dash Dorj with the backhanded layup. Anujan Dash Dorj with her first points. The lead back to 11. Pass was tipped, nearly stolen. Esposito has it. Kick out from Masinghe. Back out to Johnson. 12 to shoot. Johnson for 3. Splash! Kaya Johnson from beyond the arc. We did not see her attempt many threes last season. Masinghe nearly had the steal, and Hinkle makes her pay for the gamble. Last season for the Dolphins, Kaya Johnson attempted just 8 3-pointers. She made 3 of them. And Esposito's a bit strong. Alarcon knocked it out of bounds. The lead 11 for Holy Family, under 2 minutes to play in the first quarter. Dougherty given space, too strong on the jumper. Alarcon has the rebound. Esposito crosses over and is fouled. Holy Family had a few team fouls early. That's their first foul in quite some time. They now have 4 team fouls. Dolphins get it in with 23 on the shot clock. Johnson for LaFaro in the corner. Alarcon, lefty layup, won't go. But Alarcon was fouled, and she will go to the line for 2 shots. Dolphins will be in the double bonus for the final 83 seconds in the first quarter. First free throw is good. Alarcon last season, 66% from the line. And she goes 2 for 2 here. Dolphins back to within single digits. 9-point game with 1:15 to go in the first quarter. Dougherty inside. And the layup won't go. Second attempt won't go. And Kokolis had a couple of shots at it. But she eventually draws the contact and will head to the line. Pair of offensive boards for the senior. And Kokolis goes to the line for 2 shots. First is good. And the Tigers are back up by double digits. Kokolis 2 for 2 at the line. It's an 11-point Tigers lead. Johnson's layup no good, as we had to check something with our audio. Under a minute to go, and off that last miss, the Dolphins knocked it out of bounds. Holy Family with an opportunity to expand on their largest lead of the game, 11 points. That shot won't go. That was Kara Meredith on the 3-point attempt, and the Tigers have the offensive rebound. That pass poked away by Masinge. Johnson for Esposito. Esposito's floater, no good off glass. And the Tigers have the rebound. Last shot belongs to Holy Family if they want it. Searfoss looking at the game clock. She throws one up off glass and in. Tough shot. Searfoss with the finish. And that will do it for the first quarter. Our score after 1, Holy Family 20, Staten Island 7.
Chi Aesthetics Med Spa and Wellness Center. Our approach to beauty and wellness begins with a holistic plan tailored to the unique needs of our patients. When we consult with patients, we let them tell us what their problem is. We don't tell them what the issue is. We find out what they're looking for, and we discuss, and then we give them options. If you're looking to achieve radiant skin, you've come to the right place. We offer hydrofacials, microneedling, Opus Plasma, peels, facial and laser treatments, laser hair removal, body sculpting, fat freezing, hormone replacement therapy, Botox, IV drip therapy, and more. We are open Monday through Saturday and are located at 720 Forest Avenue, Staten Island, New York, 10310. We hope to see you soon. Visit our website at www.chiaesthetics.com for more information.
My path to a college degree would have been completely different had I not run Division II cross country for the University of Mount Olive. Having an athletic and academic scholarship was key for my success. Our coaches were really helpful with balancing out my academics and athletics. I decided to attend graduate school because I wanted to become an athletic director. Receiving the postgraduate scholarship through the NCAA provided me with the flexibility to choose the school that I wanted. So now I know that I can accomplish any goal that I set for myself.
And we are back from the tank. We had to get a look at our alternate camera for a minute. We were awaiting our wireless video feed as that three-pointer is good. Dougherty with the jump shot. Our score now 23-7. That was announced as a 2. It went on the scoreboard as a 3. So we'll have to get some clarification on that from our live stats play-by-play. That is a 3. I thought so. Perhaps they did say for 3, and I just misheard over public address. Sometimes a bit tough to hear through the headset. This is Jenkins off the spin. She is rejected. Rebound goes to Meredith. Searfoss kicks out. Tigers work it around the perimeter. Kokolis. Nobody home in the corner. As Clyde Frazier would say, the Cardinals sent it passing, leaving your feet. That time the Tigers paid for their error. Tyler loves himself some Clyde Frazier. He has a big smile on his face. We do have a bunch of Knick fans on the crew. Phelan thought about the 3, instead gives it to Jenkins. Jenkins will bring it back outside. Now Phelan again. For 3. Too strong. Rebound goes right to Treader. Meredith right back to Treader again. The Tigers looking to work the ball inside. The Dolphins do a nice job to deny the entry pass. Madison Haggett in the game for the Dolphins, along with Phelan, Jenkins, Masinge, and Kyra Rose. Masinge left open, corner 3. No good. Rebound to Searfoss. Chance of defense from the CSI cheerleaders. They are back along the baseline for this game as a foul was called. And the whistle goes against Haggett. Pair of substitutions into the game make it 3 for Holy Family. Hinkle among them. Bolivar in the game. She has the ball right now. And Jessica Ripe into the game. As a 3-second violation is called against the Tigers, the Dolphins get it back. Jenkins will bring it up. She's being pressured, but not too closely. Phelan thought about another 3. Masinge out to Jenkins. Jenkins gets it to Masinge. Hop step. Layup won't go. Masinge fighting for the rebound down to the floor. And jump ball is the call. Possession arrow will keep it with the Dolphins. 7:29 to go. Second quarter. The Dolphins sitting on 7 points. They've been held without a basket for 3.5 minutes. And a foul is called. Whistle against Ripe. Now, I think we had a pronunciation guide last year over on public address. They're saying repeat. That might be correct. Though we didn't get a pronunciation guide that I know of from the Tigers. Makes it tough sometimes. Phelan crosses over, gets by her defender, and the floater is good. Dana Phelan with a nice move, and she finishes the floater in the lane. Dolphins on the board for the first time in the second quarter. They trail by 14. Repeat for three. No good. Fight for the rebound, and it's going to be a foul against Noemia Masinghe. Or at least I thought so. The Tigers are headed back the other way, and instead, Masinghe drew the foul. So Masinghe helps earn the Dolphins a possession, unless that ball just landed out of bounds. Thought the whistle came long before the ball landed on the baseline. But either way, it's Dolphins basketball. Haggett for Masinghe. She uses the Jenkins screen, and Masinghe got the shot to go. It won't count. And Jenkins was fouled. Call goes against Lindsey Tretter. Once again, 3 quick team fouls on Holy Family. Phelan will inbound. Jenkins over to Haggett. Feet inside, broken up, but it ends up in the hands of Jenkins, who can't finish. Jenkins had a wide open layup off a very fortuitous bounce. Couldn't complete the lay-in. Hinkle kicks out. Reapy in the corner. That's good. Good ball movement by the Tigers. This is Masinghe. She hands off to Rose. Rose waves over Haggett. Haggett for three. Off the mark. Hinkle with the rebound. Dolphins are 1 of 11 from downtown. Reapy, baseline jumper, good. Haggett on the wing. Back up top to Jenkins. The Tigers' lead now stands at 19 points. They're beginning to break this game open. This is Rose. Out to Haggett. Haggett thought about the pull-up. Rose snatches it out of the air, and her layup is good. And we spoke about it last year. Kyra Rose, so good at attacking the rim. At times last season, she was a bit out of control, but there were very few defenders who could stop her from getting to the rim. As Hinkle's shot rolls off, here comes Phelan. Phelan up ahead. Haggett was left open, did not shoot it. Phelan looks to drive baseline. And offensive foul is the call. And with that, we will have immediate timeout. Quite the pace to this game, but the Dolphins right now on the short end of a 28-11 score, 4:52 on the clock in the first half.
No, I'm right. The podcast that uncovers the origin stories of some of the biggest names in sports, media, and entertainment. Nick Durst here along with Joe Calabrese.
Here we are, 200 episodes later, got 150 episodes with guests, our friends, soon to be your friends.
Well, it's pretty clear, Joe, that it's all about You Know I'm Right, the podcast. That's my You Know I'm Right moment. Wanted to do a podcast, and everyone was like, what are you, crazy? Who's going to listen? You're not going to get guests. Well, guess what? I'm the best when it comes to getting guests. You could vouch for that.
I am so happy that you asked me to do this. I couldn't have been more thrilled. And follow us on socials, check us out. I promise you, if you want to work in media, whether you work in media now, whether you want to quit your job and work in media, come to us, and I promise you, we will get you on the right foot.
That's what it's all about, uncovering the origin stories of some of the biggest names in sports, media, and entertainment. Keep it locked on You Know I'm Right.
And we're back from the College of Staten Island, where the Dolphins face a 17-point first half deficit still. Just under 5 minutes to go until halftime, as the Dolphins will look to rally back and get a bit closer before the break. Tigers will inbound, and the Dolphins come out of the timeout with some full court pressure. Bolivar scooped up the loose ball, finds an open teammate underneath, and that's an easy layup for Doherty. Dolphins paying that time for the full court pressure. That being said, the Tigers got a very good bounce when the Dolphins tipped the ball. CSI back behind by 19. And that pass had a little too much on it for Alarcon. Faro threw it straight out of bounds off of Alarcon's fingertips. And once again, Tigers will have a chance to make this a 20-point game. 3-on-2, pull-up jumper. Off the glass and in. Ava Morrow off the window, and they always say it, very rare during the basketball season, but whenever we have a bank shot on a Sunday, Nick Durst will say, the bank is open, even on Sunday. Tyler shaking his head. But Nick is not here today, so I had to make sure I kept the tradition alive. Meanwhile, the Dolphins, again, with a very quick possession. Nothing from it. And look out, Tyler. Tyler almost got his hands on it, but he protected the equipment. I like to see it. Kaya Johnson into the game for CSI, and Maya Jenkins to the bench. Alarcon, the leading scorer for the Dolphins with 4. Johnson has 3. No other CSI player with more than 2. And Lambert gets on the board with that jumper. Double team just beyond half court. And they call a backcourt violation now. Let's see if we can get a quick look at it. It may have been 1 foot behind the line. May have to cut away, Tyler, but we'll see. So close, you can cut it back. As we have an offensive foul, the Dolphins again with a very quick offensive possession. This time it ends without points. The Lambert shot came quickly, and then 3 straight scoreless possessions ahead of that occurred very quickly. And once again, the Tigers have a chance to push the lead, this time beyond 20. I think the voice is starting to go for me as that ball is tipped out of bounds. We'll stay right here. Called a couple of games on Friday night for the men's basketball Tournament of Heroes. We wrapped up that 4-game series yesterday. I then called a football game last night, back here for 2 more this morning. And we have more to come on Wednesday. A lot of basketball between now and November 21st. Still plenty to come from the Tank. Good defense by Alarcon, standing her ground. She forces an air ball. Here comes Masinghe to the basket, and she gets the layup to go. Masinghe looking good under control there on her way to the rim. She was coming down the floor with a full head of steam, but easily converts the layup. The Dolphins back to within 17. 3-pointer, Searfoss, and that's good. Big basket for the Tigers as the crowd was beginning to come alive a bit. And the Dolphins are behind by 20. Lambert is fouled. Four team fouls now on Holy Family with 2:17 to go in the quarter. Alarcon to the bench. That might be all for Jenna Lease in this first half. 4 points, 4 rebounds in 12 minutes. Johnson for Rose. LaFaro with 10 to shoot. Had it poked away, and she saves it to Lambert. Lambert was fouled. And the Dolphins will have free throws. Doherty picks up the foul. Lambert to the line for 2 shots. Her first free throw is no good. Lambert last season shot 72% from the line. That led the Dolphins among players with more than 18. Oh boy, It got real quiet in here during those free throws. I almost feel like I'm not supposed to speak at all, Tyler. I could crank up my volume and whisper into the mic. We'll try that next time. 19-point game. Hinkle short. And the rebound was ripped away from Rose. Doherty couldn't get that floater to go on the baseline, but the bank shot does go. 21-point lead for the Tigers. They have been all over the glass these last couple of minutes. Johnson jab steps, spins. And Johnson couldn't get that to go down. That one hung up on the rim for a while. 1:15 to go in the quarter. And we had a foul call along the baseline. 4th team foul on the Dolphins, so no free throws yet for Holy Family. But they lead it by 21 points. $17 on the shot clock. Morrow wants Hinkle on the entry pass. Hinkle, turnaround jumper is good. Johnson, I should say, Rose was down on the floor. And let's see if the Dolphins got a timeout. They did not, so jump ball results in a Tigers possession, and now Holy Family has a chance to go 2 for 1. Hinkle with 20 to shoot. Got rid of it. Schulteis, shot fake, entry pass. Doherty floats one up, no good. And here comes Lambert. Lambert for Johnson, too strong. Too much on that pass. And the Dolphins turn it over, trailing by 23. And if the Tigers elect to hold this one as long as they can, they likely have the last shot of the half. And a 3-second violation is called against Holy Family. Ten seconds to go, first half. LaFaro inside, Masinghe. Masinghe is rejected. Doherty blocked it. And Masinghe is called for traveling. Dolphins turn it over again. The two teams have combined for 21 turnovers. The Dolphins are winning the turnover battle, but they will trail by 23 at the half. Our score at the break, Holy Family 39, Staten Island 16. We'll step aside for a 30-second break, and we'll see if we're going to be joined by a member of the Dolphins coaching staff at halftime. I'm certainly not going to be the one to pull them over, but we'll see if Nicole heads over here.
My path to a college degree would have been completely different had I not run Division II cross country for the University of Mount Olive. Having an athletic and academic scholarship was key for my success. Our coaches were really helpful with balancing out my academics and athletics. I decided to attend graduate school because I wanted to become an athletic director. Receiving the postgraduate scholarship through the NCAA provided me with the flexibility to choose the school that I wanted. So now I know that I can accomplish any goal that I set for myself.
As a student athlete in college, I first got involved with the NCAA at the national level. It was through the Student Athlete Advisory Committee, SAC, gave me an opportunity to advocate on behalf of all student athletes, to affect change and to make an impact. The NCAA is giving the student athlete a platform to voice their concerns and to be able to advocate for what's going to affect their well-being. The policies that are being put in place are speaking towards academics, they're speaking towards well-being, they're speaking towards fairness, creating a culture so that the student athletes have the best experiences possible.
Basketball has a special place in my heart because of the experiences it has given me and the purpose I have found along the way. Basketball taught me that success doesn't require perfection. Rather, I should pursue excellence in everything that I do. Basketball has led me on a journey where I've accumulated numerous life lessons to value relationships, practice integrity, and demonstrate commitment. I've learned to welcome mistakes and not only accept adversity, but embrace it. It has the unique effect of eliciting talents in someone which would have otherwise lain dormant. It is something that builds character, an element that is essential to a player's growth and development. You sometimes wonder if all the mornings and late nights are really worth it. Then you look to your left and right, and you see your teammates beside you, and you know you're not alone. And it's comforting. When you're part of a team, there's a special joy in playing for something bigger than yourself. Basketball taught me how to embrace a community. Like music, it brings people together. When you make contributions to your team, your program, it's a rewarding feeling knowing the impact you have on the larger community when you observe how much it inspires the people around you.
Dear basketball, I was only a few months old when I took my first photograph with a ball on my lap. From that moment on, you never left me. Growing up in a small village in upstate New York, 2 miles from the Canadian border, you were my constant go-to for fun and entertainment. No matter if there was 3 feet of snow or the sun was scorching hot, I always found a way to be with you as you brought me so much joy. As a child, you always had a way of bringing the neighborhood kids together. Every day we would find our way to the circular paved patio I had in my yard with an 8-foot rim nailed to a tree. It wasn't the classiest court to play on, but it worked for us, and it's where my passion for you began. Little did I know you would take my friends and family on a journey of a lifetime. It was from you where I learned to be brave, courageous, and adventurous, that if I stuck with it through my moments of failure, disappointment, and heartache, I could achieve anything I put my mind to. Like attending Duke University on a full scholarship where I was able to surround myself in greatness both in the classroom and on the court. It is here where I truly learned how to step out of my comfort zone and discover what I was made of, refusing to let my insecurities and fears hold me back. Gail Gestencourse and her incredible staff, along with my teammates, gave me a family away from home that I could have never dreamt of as a little girl. The ACC championships, the NCAA tournaments, including the national championship game in 1999, cannot match the friendships and relationships I developed because of basketball. See, I find it to be the relationships that we develop through our sports participation that are in fact the most meaningful and memorable. Basketball, you have given me a life team that I can never repay you for. You have supplied me with a platform that allows me to give back, to inspire, motivate, encourage individuals to go after their passions, to push through their failures and be fearless in stepping out of their comfort zone. It was because of you I was able to start my first company with co-founder Colleen Healy from UConn Women's Basketball called Orca Leadership. Orca standing for opportunity, resilience, contribution, and accountability. All 4 pillars we learned from playing your game. Even further, we were able to start up our own academy called Beyond the Game Academy, helping athletes across the country reach their dreams. I could have never imagined this life, and I have you to thank. Thank you, basketball.
The opportunities that basketball provided for me has been crazy. Being able to travel all over the world, to even a different country, just being able to meet so many different people and build so many different relationships has definitely just opened so many doors for me.
Opportunities that basketball has provided me, just to meet a lot of people, travel a lot of places, around the world and also around the country. It's just, a great experience to make me a more well-rounded person.
Just being able to learn from my teammates, learning really what sacrifice is about, learning about hard work, just being a part of a team, having that support group, having somebody that's there to support you no matter what. It's been great.
Basketball has given me a lot of opportunities. Obviously, just traveling and coming here, this is special. And we went to Spain over the summer, and I'd never been out the country before that, so it was special. And obviously, just giving me a free education. It's a big thing, and I'm glad basketball has been able to do it for me.
It's provided a lot of opportunities, provided me to get a college degree, travel places that I never thought I would travel to, and just meet new people.
I'd say basketball has just provided me with a variety of opportunities. I mean, just the connections that I made in the Purdue community, and kind of just growing as a player and as a person has. I'm definitely blessed and grateful to have all these opportunities.
Dear basketball, since I was a kid, you have always been a way for me to clear my mind of everything going on in life and just have fun playing and competing. You led me to CNU, where I've become a part of a close-knit basketball family. You've let me build a relationship with my brothers that not many people get to experience, and these relationships have been able to grow and will certainly last a lifetime. You have taught me that this sport is more than getting the best stats or winning the most games, but it's about enjoying the experience, making a difference in the community, and always competing at my highest level. Through great leadership from Coach K and other coaches, you have given me top-of-the-line resources to learn not only about the game, but about life and being a man of integrity and humility. I would not be the person I am today if it wasn't for you, and I am forever grateful for the lessons you have taught me and the memories that I will have for the rest of my life.
College basketball has provided me with a platform to not only have fun on the court and be around some amazing teammates, but also kind of supplement academics with just another side of the Notre Dame experience, because sports are such an important part of the tradition there, and being a part of the Notre Dame sports tradition in any way is just an incredible honor. It's amazing. I mean, just being here all week, there's just so much recognition for such an amazing sport and such amazing teams that are here, and to be a part of that in any small way is just incredible, and I'm so lucky to be here. Just the value of determination, perseverance, and self-confidence in getting where you want to go in life. I've definitely learned a lot being around a team of such strong, inspiring women, and I can only hope to emulate their talent on the basketball court in other parts of my life. I'm a computer science major in Notre Dame's College of Engineering, and I was really drawn to it because I've always kind of loved math and science, and it's a really fun way to apply problem-solving skills to different situations, especially in today's day and age where technology is becoming such an integral part of society. Just figuring out different ways I can contribute to that. I'm really excited to see where it'll take me in the future. I mean, I think just the general mindset of approaching something from how can I solve this in not only the best way but the most efficient way, because there's a big emphasis on that in a lot of my classes, and just kind of seeing how the sports world and the academic world can overlap, even with just the GPS things that we wear during practice to keep track of how hard we're working. Just the technology behind that is super interesting to me also. When I first came to campus, I was hoping to get involved in the women's basketball program in some way, and I applied to be a manager, and I thought that would be an awesome opportunity, super excited. And then I got an email about walk-on tryouts. I'm like, oh, this would be a great way to go meet other girls to play pickup with. I had no idea it would lead to any of this, trust me. But I'm so glad it has. And after that, that's how I met some of the women's basketball people and how I got connected to be a team manager for the program. So I started doing that first semester of my freshman year. And then, as you probably know the story last year with the 4 ACL tears, they just needed another practice player kind of thing. So I turned from a manager to a walk-on and got the opportunity to go in some games, just help the team out any way I could. And that was an incredible ride, obviously ending with the championship last season, which was amazing. And then same thing this year, kind of just some injuries happened and they need someone to step up. So, I mean, I'm here to be whatever they need me to be, and I'm so blessed to be a part of this program in any way. Kind of going between the manager and walk-on role, I mean, it is a different type of thing I'm doing, but it's still being around the same girls every day and just being around the team. And for me, that was such a valuable thing. And again, I guess my passion for basketball and how much I just love the sport kind of made that seem easy. Not really something I thought about a ton, just because every day it wasn't about what I could do. It was just about kind of getting out and playing the game I love every day and just being around it in any way.
Basketball has given me everything in my life. It's given me a chance to get a college education. Gives my families to take trips to these cool tournaments we go to, and most importantly, my relationships with the people I've met throughout the years, and Coach Izzo down to my junior high coach. It's provided me with great relationships with teammates and guys that I'll be talking to for the rest of my life.
Basketball has provided me with just obviously the education portion of it is huge, and also just the relationships I was able to build with my teammates, guys on different teams that go to my school, like the football team and the soccer team. There's also just the relationships that I'm able to build outside of, athletics, and I believe that's huge, just being able to go and meet new people, especially at a big university like Ohio State, and just kind of get your network around and just see the way different people think and react to things.
I'd say basketball provided me with, I guess, the opportunity just to be around good people and meet people that can help me in life and give me a free education and be able to somewhat set myself up for a better life.
It has offered me opportunity to go to college, to leave my hometown, travel the world, build outstanding relationships and friendships. I'm forever grateful and owe a lot of gratitude to the game of basketball and to God for putting the basketball in my hands. So basketball has really blessed me a lot.
I was the kid who would do surgery on my teddy bear and like have my sister be my patient, and I would wear the stethoscope and the lab coat. I was that kid. Wayne State Medical School has been my dream medical school since I was 5. Dr. News, who is the head of the biology department, definitely has had a huge impact over the past 2 years I've been in the lab. He took a chance on me and actually gives me the power to actually do things. Athletics are important, but so is service, so is research, so is becoming a better person. And we expect you to do well athletically, but don't forget the reason you're here, which is to give back to your community and to get good grades. I've had so many experiences with underprivileged people and just seeing that they want the basic things that people get out of life. And if I can help in any way, that just kind of warms my heart. That's why I want to be a doctor, to serve those who have been dealt a bad hand. It was my sophomore indoor season. It was the first year with our new head coach. And he comes in and he's like, we could be a national contending team if you guys work hard. And I heard him and I was like, well, I want to be a national champion. I want to be an All-American. And I bought in because he bought into our team. And I qualified to go to indoor nationals. It was just because I bought into myself, because someone bought into me. I decided I wanted it, so I went and grabbed it.
Joe Foreman back with you just in time for the start of the second half. Dolphins trailing by 23 at the break. Very quickly, Tigers pick up their first foul of the third quarter, and that should help the Dolphins in their bid for a comeback in this game. That three-pointer off the mark. Hinkle had the rebound, and she was fouled by Masinghe. Dolphins come up empty on their first possession of the third quarter, and it was a really tough half for CSI in terms of outside shooting. Just 1 of 11 from beyond the arc in the first half. They may be at 1 of 12 with that last miss. And the Tigers will turn it over. But the Dolphins, defensively as well, struggled in the first half. They allowed well over 50% shooting. In fact, it was exactly 50%. At one point, it was well over 50%. But CSI was able to recover a bit closer to the intermission as Esposito was tied up, and Hinkle commits the foul, trying to dive on top of the ball. .9:05 to go, third quarter. Dolphins will inbound from directly to our left. Jenkins uses the Masinghe screen. Now Esposito. Alarcon. Crossover. Kick out. 8 to shoot. Esposito. Thought about the three. Looks to drive. Fakes. Kicks out. Alarcon. No good. Fight for the rebound, and 2 Tigers took it away from one another. Dolphins get a second chance. Esposito crosses over. Bounce pass inside, stolen. Searfoss all over it. Pass up ahead. Knocked away by Alarcon, who tried to sell that she didn't touch it, but to no avail. And it stays Tigers basketball. Tigers will inbound. 26 on the shot clock. Treader inside. Provost, hook shot off the window is good. Phelan. Out to Esposito. And Provost looked like she got hurt. Was holding her arm. Offensive board by Alarcon. Can't get the layup to go on the putback. 25-point Holy Family lead. Feed inside. Hinkle. Easy two. Big size advantage for Hinkle there over Jenkins. Phelan crosses over. Pulls up and scores. And a 30-second timeout has been called by the Tigers. That will become our first media timeout of the second half. Dolphins trail by 25, 7:37 to go in the third quarter. We'll be right back.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
Third quarter from the tank. Dolphins have a steep hill to climb, trailing by 25, but still plenty of time to go in this game. And the Dolphins are coming off of a thrilling win yesterday. Holy Family trying to bounce back from their loss against Franklin Pierce yesterday. And if you're a fan of the Tigers, you have to be happy with what you've seen in this game. Nice crowd here at the tank in support of the Dolphins on the second day of the 2023 Women's Basketball Conference Challenge. This year's event, once again presented by Amalgamated Transit Union and Jimmy Mac's Italian Restaurant and Pizzeria. Our content creator here at Athletic Communications, Marquise Pickering, and I discussed some of his favorites from Jimmy Mac's earlier. Tyler, give me a thumbs up if you have some Jimmy Mac's favorites. Are you familiar? Oh, he's familiar, all right. Even if he wasn't, I would have said he was. All of our sponsors gain the utmost exposure. 7.5 to go, third quarter. It is Holy Family's basketball. And Hinkle is stuffed by Alarcon. Here comes Masinghe. Masinghe lost it. Seemed to be pretty well under control until she got around the rim. Corner, Morrow. Now Searfoss. Treader, entry pass. And she gets it right back. Her pull-up jumper on its way, well short. Offensive rebound and a block by Gia Esposito, or at least I thought so, on the follow by Hinkle. Instead, it looks like she threw it off the underside of the rim. And the Dolphins have it back. Phelan for Jenkins. Alarcon rejected. Dougherty with the block. Good defense there on the inside to stay vertical and not lean into the shooter. Treader inside and a kick out by Hinkle. No shot from Morrow. Tigers work it around. Hinkle given space, and she's short on the corner three, but she grabs her own miss, and the runner won't go either. Masinghe with the rebound. Up ahead to Jenkins. Now Phelan on the wing. Masinge, Esposito. Esposito drives, and no shot. Dash Dorj, Bolivar, and Kokolas into the game for Holy Family. Esposito to the bench, and Lambert in for the Dolphins. Just 6 points so far here in the third quarter. And off the inbound, the Dolphins set up an easy two. Well executed off the inbound by the Dolphins there. You have to think that was a set inbounds play following the stoppage for the substitution, albeit a very brief stoppage. Perhaps that can get CSI going. It has been all Tigers thus far. And that shot isn't close. Dolphins looking to push again. Jenkins. Up to Lambert. Lambert for Alarcon. Genelise will drive. And that is a foul called against Bolivar. Whistle came a bit late, but Alarcon will head to the line for 2 shots. First free throw no good off the back rim. So we'll keep it quiet as the shot is forthcoming, and we'll let you know what happened after. Maybe it worked. Alarcon 1 for 2 from the line. Dolphins within 22. You have to think the Dolphins would like to get this under 15 at worst by the end of this quarter. That's not a huge ask in just over 5 minutes. We'll see what they can do. And that's a tough shot by Doherty. She's had herself a nice game. She now has 13 points on 6 of 10 from the floor, 4 rebounds. Here comes Lambert, and her bounce pass for Alarcon was nearly stolen, but a foul was called, and the Dolphins will inbound. That's free throws for Alarcon. 5 team fouls, and the crowd can't appreciate a good media timeout. We're inside of 5 minutes, which means media break. Our score, Holy Family 45, Staten Island 21.
As a student athlete in college, I first got involved with the NCAA at the national level. It was through the Student Athlete Advisory Committee, SAC, gave me an opportunity to advocate on behalf of all student athletes, to affect change and to make an impact. The NCAA is giving the student athlete a platform to voice their concerns and to be able to advocate for what's going to affect their well-being. The policies that are being put in place are speaking towards academics, they're speaking towards well-being, they're speaking towards fairness, creating a culture so that the student athletes have the best experiences possible.
My path to a college degree would have been completely different had I not run Division II cross country for the University of Mount Olive. Having an athletic and academic scholarship was key for my success. Our coaches were really helpful with balancing out my academics and athletics. I decided to attend graduate school because I wanted to become an athletic director. Receiving the postgraduate scholarship through the NCAA provided me with the flexibility to choose the school that I wanted. So now I know that I can accomplish any goal that I set for myself.
Surprise guest time as we are back from the tank, and once again I'm joined by CSI Athletic Communications content creator Marquise Pickering.
What's going on?
He's on the headset as he shoots the game. Free throw by Alarcon is good. Now Marquise, I was very quiet during Genelise's second free throw last time, so
Cash.
It works again.
There it is.
Though Marquise and I are impartial. Hard to believe considering who writes the paychecks, but we are impartial. As long as Marquise has a headset on, he is impartial. Under 5 minutes to go, third quarter. And that layup won't go, and Lambert bats the ball out. Phelan does a nice job to pull it in. Lambert for Alarcon, that was tipped. And the ball goes out of bounds with 24 on the shot clock. Dolphins will inbound from the sideline over near the corner. There you see a piece of the capacity crowd. Lambert, pull up. In and out. That should be Dolphins' ball. Dolphins will keep it. My voice is stumbling to the finish. Have to excuse myself with the mute button twice. Lambert for three. Short. Jenkins has it and kicks out to Masinghe. Masinghe off glass and in. Noemi Masinghe with a strong finish, and the Dolphins are within 20. Just under 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Entry pass again. Doherty over Alarcon, can't finish. Offensive board was grabbed by Kokolis, and she is fouled. Two shots coming up for Kokolis as the Dolphins send Lizzie LaFaro and Kaya Johnson into the game. Searfoss and Prevost back in for Holy Family. I thought for a moment Kokolis was about to shoot that free throw underhand.
It looked like it too, yeah.
She had her palm underneath the ball.
It's interesting technique we got.
Let's see if she does it again.
Oh, yeah.
She does. And there's another offensive rebound. Masinghe strips it away, but the Tigers keep it. That's an air ball.
It's going the Dolphin way.
Oh. I thought that was Dolphins basketball as well. Remember, Marquise, you're impartial over here. As long as your headset's on.
That is correct.
You're impartial. Quick inbound, and a foul is called against the Dolphins. More free throws for Holy Family.
Dolphins foul number 3, Noemi Masinghe for second, team's third.
Third Dolphins team foul. CSI is already in the double bonus. Still 3:35 to go, third quarter. And the free throw is good. Second free throw is good. Now, I wonder if our audience heard that click. Move the camera as close as you can to that microphone, Marquise. We'll see if they can hear it.
Hold on 1 second. I'm making the video.
Masinghe. Out to LaFaro. Jab step. Kick out to Johnson. Johnson attacks. Lambert for three. No good. Rebound by Prevost. Tigers looking to push, and Bolivar will slow it down. Searfoss over to Bolivar. There you can hear it. The content creator hard at work. Bolivar, left wing, Searfoss for three, and that's good. It's a 25-point Tigers lead. The bench loves it. Vertical chest bumps over there on the bench. LaFaro off the jab step, gives it back to Johnson. Now Phelan, thought about it three, looks to drive. Phelan's floater no good. Rebound by Searfoss. Bolivar entry pass, and that's a great pass for Prevost, but a better contest by Masinghe. Masinghe contests again, may have gotten a piece of that shot. Good effort defensively by Masinghe. Lambert for Johnson. This is Phelan. For Johnson, left wing. 15 on the shot clock. Johnson setting up a play here, 8 to shoot. Masinghe will set the screen. Johnson crosses over, pulls up, no good. Searfoss with another rebound. That's 9 boards for Searfoss. 8 points, 9 rebounds, 18 minutes. Corner three-pointer on its way, no good off the front rim. Another offensive rebound for the Tigers, and a foul called against the Dolphins. substitution and a Tigers substitution coming into the game. Dorothy Weiss coming in for CSI. On the other side, it was Jessica Repe for the Tigers. At least one Rowdy fan tried to disrupt that free throw attempt, to no avail. Second free throw, also good. Throughout last season, the Dolphins had some prolonged offensive droughts in games, but never one that quite extended this far. Lambert foot on the line, and that's good. Dolphins back within 25, 1 minute to go, third quarter. Repe fakes the pass and knocks down the mid-range shot. Lambert. Weiss, kick out, and the pass nearly was stolen by Searfoss. And someone stepped on the baseline. It was Johnson. She can't believe it. This is the third meeting between the Dolphins and the Tigers. Holy Family has won both. We mentioned last year the final was 75-66. It was a 9-point game the year before as well, 59-50. It was a big game for Jenelise Alarcon against the Tigers last year, 21-11. Holy Family has done a good job slowing down CSI's leading scorer as the Dolphins force a turnover. 16 seconds to go in the quarter. Phelan for three. Splash! And Phelan wound up on the floor. Phelan with a tough shot. Took some contact, and that's an offensive foul. Phelan now has 7. 3 of 7 from the floor. That three-pointer, just the second make for the Dolphins on 15 tries from downtown. On 13 attempts, the Tigers are 5 of 13. Dolphins are shooting just 24% from the field. 1.4 on the clock. Time for a quick heave if they choose. And Kaya Johnson must have a vendetta against our camera. And that pass was right at the tripod.
Now, I got to go get my battery for my camera. It's about to die.
All right, Marquise, continue to do a great job.
Thank you. You too.
Snapping the photos, taking the video. I'll be the voice. You are the eyes and the ears of the CSI Dolphins. We are headed to the fourth quarter. Dolphins trail 54-30.
Hobra, a taco joint, Staten Island, where we're proud to have shared our family-first spirit with people from throughout New York City and the world. With indoor dining available both at the bar and on the floor. Or step outside for additional seating and an outdoor bar. Serving beer that's crisp, ice cold, and worthy of a day at the beach. Cocktails that explode with flavor. And great food made with the freshest and healthiest ingredients available. Events feature food and drink specials, live music, and the best of Staten Island nightlife. Your CSI Student ID saves you 10% on your dine-in order at Hobra. Visit us at 412 Forest Avenue, Staten Island.
All right, a bit of a behind-the-scenes look coming up here from the commentary desk. Very quickly, we're going to slow down a look at that three-pointer by Dana Phelan. And we would like to see, perhaps, if there was some contact on the way down. Tough to tell in the corner. I don't think so. I think they got it right. Phelan just happened to fade into the front row upon the landing. we had what I'll call an interested third party that wanted to look at that one. So we obliged and took another look at that replay. Quick turnover by the Tigers. Dolphins trail by 24. Same 5 that ended the third on the floor, if I'm not mistaken. LaFaro to the rim. Can't finish. Searfoss swings it over to Meredith and gets it right back. Quick entry pass. Backdoor cut and a foul. And the ball movement for Holy Family has been very good in this game at several different times. That possession, one of a few that have stood out. And they have kept the Dolphins on their toes defensively all afternoon. And sometimes it's a bit hard to recall the last time that you call a matchup between two teams without going back and watching the game the night before. And that would have been a lot of film to review on a weekend where I called 7 games. But if I remember correctly, I was saying the same thing last year. The Tigers move the ball really well, and their entry passes have been excellent. Every time they've had a size mismatch, they've made the most of it. Weiss knocks down the mid-range shot. Weiss on the board for the first time. The feed from Lizzie LaFaro. Dolphins within 23. Repeat. No hesitation. That rattles out. And another offensive rebound for Holy Family. Nearly stolen by the Dolphins on the kick out. And now Meredith will kick it out again before Searfoss traveled. Eight and a half to go. Dolphins will inbound, trailing by 23. Kaya Johnson getting some time at the point today. She spent a lot of time at the point last season. As Weiss, miscommunication there with LaFaro, who wasn't looking. And now Reapy will try another 3. No good. Doherty with the offensive board. Tie up by Lambert. Jump ball. And it will be Dolphins' possession. Johnson looks toward the bench. And a foul is called just beyond the half-court line. Meredith a bit too aggressive, pressuring Lambert. Teams first. And the Dolphins will inbound. 24 on the shot clock. LaFaro up to Johnson. Johnson directing traffic. Weiss thought about the 3. Lambert traveled. Dolphins turn it over again. So, a note that we might have an incorrect pronunciation on Dorothy's last name. If we do, I apologize. Have to check with Nicole Sarcone, but we've been told it might be pronounced Weesey. Though I did ask Marquise. Marquise seemed pretty confident. Not really the right person to ask. I should have went to the coaching staff, but I hope they had it yesterday, and we were scrambling ahead of tip-off with the stats. We got those lineups in about 2 minutes before tip-off. But thank you to men's basketball head coach TJ Tibbs, who, as always, is watching on CSI Sportsnet. His men's basketball team will be back in action here at the Tank on Wednesday. And they will take on this same Holy Family Tigers team. A rare single header that will tip off at 7:30 on Wednesday night. Bit of an unusual start time. Be sure to tune in right here on CSI Sportsnet. I'll be joined on the call by Nick Durst for that one. At least I think so. We'll have to double check the schedule. Tigers working around the outside. They lead by 24, 7 minutes to go. And Doherty banks in another one. She continues to feast in the paint. Esposito throws up an air ball, but Phelan has 2 more on the reverse layup. So Phelan continues the nice start to her season. She has 9 points. There's a corner 3 on its way. That rattles out. Esposito has the rebound. LaFaro draws the foul. .23 on the shot clock for the Dolphins. LaFaro thought about it. Kicks out. Esposito is rejected after LaFaro set a very strong screen. Phelan can't hit the 3. Searfoss was shaken up. LaFaro did not back down there. And that shot is good from 3-point range. Programming note for the game coming up on Wednesday. Chance that one gets moved to 7. If I'm not mistaken, the women may have had a game scheduled against Alliance that day that was ultimately scrapped. That program no longer in existence. Phelan for 3, splash. And Dana is in double figures. Timeout Dolphins. 5:31 to go. Holy Family 62. Staten Island 38.
The Kettle Black on Staten Island, a top 5 wing joint in America by Food and Wine magazine. Serving daily lunch and dinner at the bar or on the floor. Perfect for family and group parties with top shelf drink and delicious food. From great times with good friends. Live sports and watch parties. To Staten Island's hottest nightlife. The Kettle Black features live music and DJs weekly. The Kettle Black features daily and nightly food and drink specials. The best Staten Island has to offer is at the Kettle Black. We'll see you there at the Kettle Black, located on 415 Forest Avenue, Staten Island.
If I lose, I'll respond with respect.
If I win, I'll back it up with humility.
If I fail, I'll rise up with honor. It's tough for us to put it all on the line.
Don't undo my hard work with poor sportsmanship.
Respect. It's the name of the game.
And we are back from the tank where the Dolphins trail by 24, just under 5.5 minutes to play. LaFaro, Haggett, Alarcon, Esposito, and Phelan in the game for Staten Island. Shredder for 3 off the mark, rebounded by Alarcon. Esposito over to Alarcon. Now Haggett on the wing. Finds Esposito. She uses the Alarcon screen, will drive baseline. Genelise left open, and the mid-range shot is good. Dolphins within 22, under 5 minutes to play. At the very least, the Dolphins can be a bit more encouraged by their second half performance offensively. They've shot it far better. And they've been about even with the Tigers in the second half, but that won't erase the memory of the first half. Fake there by Dash Dorj, and that sets up another pass through the back door. Layup is good by Provost, and the lead is back to 24. Those backdoor cuts, ball movement coming from the Tigers all night as LaFaro splashes the high arcing three. Had to make a note of that. But the backdoor cuts and ball movement by the Tigers throughout this game, both giving the Dolphins problems. They've been better in the second half, as the Tigers have had an answer for everything, including that LaFaro three. That was Bolivar from beyond the arc. Holy Family now is just a basket away, or I should say a couple of baskets away from surpassing their scoring total last year. Phelan can't get that floater to go. Alarcon was tied up. She ends up on the floor, but drew the foul. And that's team foul number 4 on Holy Family. LaFaro, lefty layup, no good. Bolivar crosses over, kicks out. Hinkle was all alone, elected not to shoot. Dashdorj fakes the pass and finds another cutting teammate. This time it's Bolivar with the easy layup. Dashdorj with a series of pass fakes, shot fakes, head fakes, continues to find open teammates. Alarcon for Haggett, and Haggett was fouled. So she will go to the line for 2 shots. That's the 15th foul on Holy Family. Dabby Gazemar, Noemi Masinghe into the game for the Dolphins. 2:51 to go. Haggett at the line for 2 shots, and the first is short. I touched on it earlier, but the next time we will see women's basketball at the Tank will be 1 week from Tuesday, November 21st, as part of a non-conference doubleheader. The women will tip things off with a matchup against Wilmington University at 5:30. The men will play in the second game of that doubleheader next week. They will take on Georgian Court University. Phelan picks up her second foul. Just the second team foul for the Dolphins with just over 2.5 minutes to go. Kokolas can't get that shot to go. And Masinghe was fouled, so more free throws for the Dolphins. And Brianna Moore is headed to the scorer's table. So Moore will check in. On the other side, Meredith, Repe, and Schulteis will check in as both teams begin to give the reserves some opportunities late in this fourth quarter. 2 shots for Masinghe at the line. First free throw off the mark. One more for Noemia. And that rattles out, tipped by Haggett, who pulls in the rebound. Phelan traveled. .225 on the clock. Tigers basketball leading by 25. Phelan, the leading scorer for the Dolphins. 12 points on 5 of 10, 2 of 4 from beyond the arc. Alarcon had 11 points and 7 rebounds in 22 minutes as the Dolphins come away with that steal. Phelan, lefty layup, won't go. And here come the Tigers. Dashdorj threw a bad pass that time. Tie up, jump ball, and we'll stay right here. On the side of Holy Family, Claire Doherty had 15 points, 4 rebounds. Skylar Searfoss had a 10-point, 10-rebound double-double. She's played a team-high 25 minutes. Hinkle in double figures as well. Repe in double figures. Dashdorj, a bit short. Gazemar with the rebound. Esposito for Phelan. And Phelan traveled again. Under 2 minutes to play. Dash Dorsch for Repeat. It's intercepted by Phelan. Phelan. Lefty layup, good. Phelan has matched her scoring total from yesterday's game. 14 points in back-to-back outings to start the season. Repeat rattles one in. It's a 25-point lead for the Tigers with just over 1 minute to play. Haggett. Thought about the pull-up, kicks out. Esposito. Runner. Way off. Moore with the rebound. The bank shot won't go. Dash Dorsch has the rebound. She looks up the floor. Schulteis inside. Kokolis is fouled, and she will head to the line. First foul on Brianna Moore, team's third. 2 shots for Kokolis. And the first is good. So with the final seconds of this Women's Basketball Conference Challenge winding down, we want to thank everyone who helped make opening weekend a possibility here at the Tank, our crew. A lot of people to name, but on the Sportsnet team, we have Nick Durst, Nick Bavona, Antonino Cruciata, Asanatu Afriju, Tyler Clark, Brendan Wald, all contributing throughout the weekend here on Sportsnet. And how could I forget the man up top, our camera operator, Pat Gilorenzo, all helping to make this weekend a big success for the men's and women's basketball programs with the 2 events, the Tournament of Heroes Friday and Saturday, the Conference Challenge Saturday and Sunday. And the Tigers turn it over on their final possession. Esposito lays it in. And Holy Family will win this one by 25 points. Over on the other side, Louis Matrone on stats, along with Lauren Manelli. Nick Bavona also contributing on stats. He's a jack of all trades. He's also a public address announcer, does it all. Andrew Rotundo on PA today. We had Frank the Tank on PA yesterday. I know Nick Durst loves that nickname. Tatiana Gonzalez on book. We had Ryan Kehoe on scoreboard this weekend. Patrick Fleming on game clock. And as always, Stephanie Smallridge on the shot clock. Our athletic communications content creator is Marquise Pickering. He joined me on the call earlier in this game for a few moments and during our first game of the day for an extended stay. So from all of us here at the College of Staten Island, we thank you for watching. And if you're a fan of one of the visiting teams that tuned in, we thank you for spending your Sunday with us. This has been the 2023 CSI Women's Basketball Conference Challenge. Our final score in today's game, the Holy Family University Tigers 73, College of Staten Island Dolphins 48. Fans of men's basketball, we'll see you on Wednesday. Fans of the women, you'll have to wait until next Tuesday. Everyone enjoy the rest of your Sunday.